I think majority of the people that know you right now, they know you from the Big Brother Nigeria, popularly known as Anto Lecky.
Yeah. Things I try to explain to creatives that there's no straight path to this journey that we're on. Things can just happen overnight by mistake. You just never really know.
Some people know they have a vision, they have a skills, they have talent, but they don't know how to walk away from the era of that. So how are you able to?
I always say it's mindsets. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Life gets extremely difficult. I think you just really have to be confident in yourself. No one's going to be more confident in you than you. Creators, we all have a million dreams, right? But pick one or two. Have them all. I'm not saying don't do all of them, but have the one that you know, this guy is bad.
They know you're bad.
Yeah, be good at your craft first. The winning mentality is knowing that every outtake or every time you go out to perform whatever it is that your craft is, see it as a win.
What's the simple advice you have for young creative who are still struggling with fear and comparison?
Fear is natural. It's part of it. I don't think there's anyone, even all these billionaires, they took a risk, right? They did something very scary to move forward. So it's part, but you have to work through the fear. There's no other way, right? I think the real advice to a creative is there is no other way.
What are the plans that the government have to tackle this imagery thing?
Something that we're primarily trying to do, especially with our Ministry of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, is rebrand, like we said, tell these better stories. We're really trying to let people know that citizens have a large role to play in making this thing work. Everybody has a role to play in making Edo State work.
This spark inside, waiting to be found. A voice of wisdom, a world so profound. Through every question, every story we share, we light the fire that was always there. Step into the moment, let your spirit rise. Open up your heart, open up your mind. Rewire, let your soul ignite. Turn the darkness into light. Every thought can change your way. A brand new life begins today.
Okay, people, welcome to Rewire, and I'm your host, Sam Speaks. It's another opportunity, another time to get minds transformed, while we look into some conversations that we believe can uplift your life and take you to wherever you want to be. Starting with the conversations, I got a story. I think years back, when I started my creative journey as an artist, recording artist, I wrote a couple of songs and I went straight to the studio and I recorded. You know that kind of feeling you have, when you recorded your songs and you can hear it over your ears, like, whoa, this is my song. I was happy. And then I hit the TV stations. I did some promo, did some videos, and I was expecting like, okay, this is going to be the break, like I'm going to get a record deal. And I was waiting, I still didn't get it. I was like, what's happening? And I know a lot of artists, you can resonate with what I'm saying. You've been there. You've had a time that you think you're going to just hit the spotlight. You never reach the spotlight. Now, over the years, I discovered something. Creativity is not just about me. It's about me creating a platform for people to express themselves. And when I found that, it actually clicked up with something like purpose in me. And I felt like, that's where Rewire came up in my head. And that's how we started Rewire. And standing beside me was someone who, at the first time I saw her, I knew I saw a talent. Isn't it promising?
Yeah, thank you so much for believing in me. And that is why today's episode is very special.
True.
Because we are bringing in somebody who knows about these things. She understands what it feels like to be in the spotlight and that feeling of, okay, now I'm here. How do I maneuver? Where do I go from here? Yeah. She hails all the way from Edo State. She's not just beautiful. She's an entrepreneur. She's an educator.
Can't wait.
She's a media personality, very intelligent.
Can't wait again.
A smart lady. Currently, she's an event and television host, actor, public speaker, influencer. If I'm to read all of our things that she's been able to achieve, we're not going to leave here.
That's true.
Previously, she served as the program manager for the Kunle Afolanyo Productions Film and Television Academy before becoming the arts and special project lead for Elect Her. She is the founder of the Live Wire Project, a non-government non-governmental organization dedicated to driving positive social impact by amplifying voices and fostering sustainable solutions to critical issues in Nigeria and
I
in
can't wait to
Africa.
clap. Can I just go ahead?
We're not done, please. We're just getting
Oh,
started.
I'm sorry.
We are just
Okay,
getting
I'm
started.
sorry.
Like this episode is going to be packed.
Okay, I'm waiting.
She also served as the Special Assistant Digital and New Media to the Honorable Minister of Steel Development,
Wow.
Prince
That's
Shuab
big.
Abubakar Audu.
That's big.
Let me tell you what she's on to currently. She is the SSA to the Governor of Edo State on tourism and the creative economy.
Impressive.
A lot of us knew her from the Big Brother Nigeria. Africa, sorry. a lot of us knew her from the BBN house.
Yeah.
That is what a lot of us watch. So yeah, we're excited. Her name is Dr. Munirat Antoinette, popularly known as Anto Leki. Are you sure we're not going to stand up like a standing ovation at this point?
Okay, she's telling me don't stand.
Okay,
She's
okay.
be humble.
All right.
Let's put her on scale.
That works. Yeah.
I'm clapping.
This is Rewire. We are so excited to have you here. It's such an honor to have you. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Sure, absolutely.
So from what I read, it says your name is Dr. Munirat Antoinette.
Yes.
Okay, so I pronounced it rightly,
Yes,
right? And popularly known as Anto Leki.
Yeah.
I really loved you in the BBN season,
you.
and I think majority of the people that know you right now, they know you from the Big Brother Nigeria. But I believe that there was a story prior to that. There was a journey. So I'd really love you to take us through how it was for you, what led you to be in the spotlight afterward.
Very interesting story.
Okay.
But to wrap it up or sum it up, I was born and raised in the U.S., all of my education in America, all the way to getting my 2 master's degrees. I started working in sports. My background is in sports administration, so everything was in sports. I was working for Gatorade. That's like the American version of Lucozade.
Okay.
I loved the work, but I didn't really love who I was working for, life. So interestingly enough, my eldest sister was born and raised in Nigeria, and she never was able to make it to America. So, as we got older, we became closer, and then she ended up having a daughter. And I always told myself that now that I'm older, I have my own coins, I can travel on my own, I want to be sure that I'm in my niece's life. So I started coming to Nigeria a little bit more often. And I was telling my sister these issues that I like my work, but I wasn't feeling like super fulfilled. So she said, why don't you just come and do NYSC? That year, my parents wanted me to do NYSC immediately after my first degree, but I was like, Nigeria, what's my business? What's happening? So then she said, why don't you just finally come and do it? Try it just 1 year. If you like it, if you don't like it, Yeah. I said, why not? So I did it. I came, I did my service. I actually completed my service. I didn't do like all those people that
Ghosting.
do funny things.
Yeah.
I served in Lagos. Okay.
Right.
I fully did my whole, whole
Love
service
that.
season. And it was a crazy experience. We will have to do a whole nother podcast episode for my NYSC year. Wearing khaki, you're going to do CDS, you're jumping here. It just was not really like living and working in Nigeria. It wasn't like my best, my best. So something kept telling me, something, you didn't finish Nigeria, something is missing there. So lo and behold, I was still following up on like popular blogs like Bella Naija, Linda Ikeji. I was still keeping up with what was happening in Nigeria. Then I saw that there was a private basketball company that was launching. I said, that's the thing that was missing. I knew I needed to come back to Nigeria and continue working in sports. So, I did some hustling. I found the CEO of that company, and lo and behold, I came back. I started my service in 2014 to 2015. I left and I came back in 2016, and here we are. Wow. I've been here ever since. So I was working in sports. It was really interesting, a whole nother situation. I was a young lady working with a lot of older men. My first time really like working in Nigeria properly, managing staff, dealing with, sponsors, just trying to handle a new company that was just launching in Nigeria. And it was really interesting. So after about 2 years, I said, okay, look, I either need to do something for myself, make my own name, branch out, or I'm going back to where I came from. I beg, make I no kill myself here. So I just was watching TV and I saw like the advert for Big Brother. I said, well, everybody likes this show. Once the people go there, they usually become popular, or at least, they're able to be, they have some brand. Yeah, they come up with something, come up with a platform. I said, let me just try it out now. If it works, fine. If not, we'll come up with another plan. So I went there. And I got it. So I made it. Yeah. So we went to, my season was the last season shot in South Africa. So we went to South Africa. We did the whole Big Brother thing, came out, and we've been pushing it ever since. So that's how we became a reality TV star and everything that has ensued since then. Yeah.
Beautiful. So one thing led to another.
Yeah, a lot of dominoes. Strange dominoes. Things that didn't add up. Things that don't make any sense came to me. So I think that's kind of like the things I try to explain to creatives, that there's no straight path to this journey that we're on. Things can just happen overnight by mistake. You just never really know. So, yeah, that's my creative journey. It was always in entertainment per se. I was working in sports. Sports in America is highly entertaining. You have your halftime shows. You have the LeBron James. You have Steph Curry's. They are superstars on their own. Yeah. The way in Nigeria, we only see sportsmen as sportsmen. But abroad, sportsmen are superstars. Yeah. So I always had that entertainment media background, but now I'm the one in front.
We love it. Absolutely.
That's impressive. Okay, looking at the height you've been, it's really impressive, I must say. I know back then you had some doubts, some struggles. So how were you able to navigate during those times of your doubts and struggles? Because your story, it's a story that can actually inspire creatives. Because the thing is, some people know they have a vision, they have a skills, they have talent, but they don't know how to walk away from the era of doubt. So how are you able to navigate or overcome that early part of your struggles and your doubts that you have?
I always say it's mindsets. Honestly, I don't really think there's much things that I can't overcome, to be honest.
That's impressive.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Life gets extremely difficult. Like, I literally left my easy peasy life of South Florida, beaches, amazing food, to come to Nigeria. So yes, I face a lot of challenges and struggles, and a lot of times where I, till this day, forget. Even though people think I'm a superstar and this and that, there's many times I want to get the heck out of this country. So let's keep it 100. But I really just is my mindset. I really think I can overcome almost everything. Yes, there'll be some hard days. You fall down, you sleep, for 2-3 days. It happens. But I really feel like I can make almost anything happen.
Yeah.
If I don't succeed at one thing, there's a million zillion other things out there to do. So I try not to get too bogged down by things that are in my control. There's definitely things out of my control, but the things in my control, I'll keep trying and keep pushing at it. And if I don't do well at this one, I probably have like a million businesses, just because anything I think I know how to do, I turn into a business. So yeah, it's the mindset. I think you just really have to be confident in yourself. No one's going to be more confident in you than you. So I truly just believe I can be a Jill of all trades. I'll try my luck at everything. Yes, sometimes I won't do well, and then I keep it moving. I don't really try. I try not to let things bog me down. And that is the definition of a creative. Because creativity, you have to convince someone of your own talent. It's not like,
that's powerful.
It's not like engineering where there's a formula. This, or all these things, oil and gas, it comes out and you sell it, there's formulas to many of these, you call them white collar jobs, but creativity is literally you persuading someone that you're the best.
Exactly, you gotta show up.
Yeah, so those days, you are going to have difficulty.
Yeah,
sure.
That is fact. So you cannot call yourself a creative and think it's going to be easy. Or call yourself a creative and automatically think that people are going to like you. For example, let's look at someone like Charlie Poppy. I bring him up all the time, right? Because when he first started, everyone was like, what's this music? What are these people talking? What are they saying? What are they singing?
True.
Who is this guy? Who is this boy? Someone that just got arrested.
Exactly.
There's nothing they didn't say about Charlie Poppy.
Yeah.
But we all know what happened last year. They don't remix the song into how many languages?
Exactly.
So it's just about convincing people of your value. So there will be days where people will say you're rubbish, you're nonsense. Okay, fine, whatever, who cares? And you find the ones that like you. Everyone can't like you. If everyone's liking you, something's strange. Something's not right.
Absolutely.
So just push through. Just literally push through. I think creatives have the hardest job because we know we have something, but to try and convince the next person is very difficult.
Very difficult.
So anticipate failure. that is it. If you anticipate it, it won't hit
Bug
you
you
so
so
hard
much.
when it finally happens. Yeah.
That's resourceful. Yeah, I kind of like the way you said about the mentality thing. It's not just us having the talent, but creatives, you have to be able to show up. You have to be able to convict someone about it.
Absolutely.
When was it the time that you were no longer trying? Things were just working for you. You know, that moment when you know that like anything I just touched, put my hands on, just turns to gold. When was the time that things started working out for you? That this was not a period that I'm just trying things, but things are just falling for me.
You know what? It sounds, let's say, the public eye makes things look very juicy. But that thing you said doesn't exist.
Wow.
There's no such time that everything
gonna
is
just-
working. It looks like it's because we post fine picture. But it's not true. There's always going to be times, like even now I'm finally in government. I always wanted to be in government, but I'll be honest, I wanted a much higher position than what I have. Right? So to the outside, it looks like, she's in government now. She's working for Senator Monday. She don't bam. She said everything, leader. I'm not leading she. So nothing has.
My goodness.
So
Oh my
nothing
God.
has. Yes, things are flowing. Things have flowed, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want us to think that it's always going to it's magic or that it's. They say that even Dangote is still looking for money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
So there's
much
no
money is not enough
yes,
money.
there's no such thing as it's always working or it has
Working,
working.
yeah.
But yes, there has been times where there are times where I do feel like that I have been I'm grateful and I'm blessed that things work in my favor, and I think that is when it's very important to work very hard and work very well. Some people work hard but they don't actually have the skill, and I think we need to be honest.
Very.
You might be trying but you might not be good at it, or someone might be better. I think we just need to know that sometimes there's going to be someone else better at something than
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it was important for me to pick a niche, and I stuck to my niche. So once people come out of Big Brother, most people think you're just going to go only into acting or
Yeah,
only into
entertainment,
influencing and
yeah.
modeling. All those things. I did entertainment, and I'm still doing entertainment, but I kind of picked where in entertainment I wanted to focus on. Me, I know I wanted to do event hosting, television hosting, public speaking. People always say they like my voice, let them pay me for my voice. So that's where I kind of like niched in. Of course, I did the modeling, the acting, everything like that, but I think I have an influence of voice. So I kind of focused in that area, and then luckily for me, I had from the Big Brother house, I had spoke about the fact that I'm passionate about social causes. Everyone knew that my trajectory was to end up being in government or in politics.
Yeah.
I had always spoke about it. So when I came out of the house, I was speaking about those kind of things: good governance, civic duty, women's rights, health. These are topics that even though I was entertaining, I still found ways to bring
Talk
up these
about it.
topics. So people that needed a speaker on these topics knew they can count on me. So once I was able to narrow in on what I wanted to be known outside, things started coming to me. When you are doing nothing's wrong with doing many things. I still do many things right now, right? But people still need to know you for something. When they know you for something, it's easier for them to book you, look for you, hire you.
Yeah.
When you have almost too many skills, it's a bit difficult to
Just
to know
find
who
you
you
out.
are,
Yeah,
to
who
figure
you
out what they
are.
should be doing
Yeah.
with you. So creators, we all have a million dreams, right? But pick one or two. Have them all. I'm not saying don't do all of them, but have the one that this guy is bad.
They know you're bad.
Yes, this is the one. Yes, if we need a sound engineer, Naeem. If we need a video editor, this person. If we need a drone pilot, just find one at least, and you can have all the rest. Obviously, we all need money, so we need many skills.
Yes.
So, but find one that you're really, really good at, and I think it'll make things a lot easier for you.
Yeah. Wow, that's really eye-opening for creatives. So you have to find the part that you're really good in.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I really
impressive.
love everything you said about, life sometimes is just like, it's a mirage.
Yeah.
Like, when I get this job, when I go to this school, when I meet this person, I'm going to feel like, this is the life
Yes,
I've
I've
dreamt
made it.
about. But I really love how you said it, that when you get there, you might realize that I want more,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
this is not it again. So now, what does it really mean to have a winning mentality in the creative business?
Sure. I try and tell creatives all the time, don't think of money first. And that's where we mess up, right?
That's powerful.
Everybody is hungry. We're looking for money. We want to buy Balenciaga. We want to buy GLK. And we end up not being even good at the craft. You have to be good at your craft. That is paramount. There's nothing else but your work. Your work is you. That's who you are.
Yeah.
That is what is going to carry you throughout your career. When you die, after they say, he was a good father, brother, son, skinny con, they say he was a this.
Yeah.
So you have to be good at whatever that this is before they start talking about you in your dead, when you're gone. So be good at your craft first. The winning mentality is knowing that you may not make 100,000 naira on the first show, or your first audience may only be 3 people, but as long as 3 people were there, you've won, because it could have been 0. Even if it was 0, you had an opportunity to practice, right? So every outtake, or every time you go out to perform whatever it is that your craft is, see it as a win. Because there's someone out there that wishes they were in your shoes. Someone out there wishes they had a microphone to sing to, or had a pencil to draw with. Every single output of your product is a win. It's hard to think that, because we all want money, or we want to be, everybody wants to be famous, everyone wants to have millions of followers on Instagram. All those things come with headache. So be good at your work. That is the win. Be good at it. People feel like, if I don't have a lot of followers, or people don't know me, there's some people out there that nobody know them, but they're balling.
Big time.
Yeah, that's true.
Big time. One day we're gonna talk
Do you
about
get
that.
their balling just because the people that need to know them know them.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want idiots to know us. As us, why? What are they doing for you? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So as a creative, ensure that your target audience knows you. That's all you need. Everything else will follow if it needs to follow. If not, it doesn't matter.
I love that. I believe that in every creative's journey, we get to a point where we just need to take risks.
Exactly.
Because if we do not take those risks, we don't get to where we want to be.
Yep.
So for you, what were some things that you took that for you at that point? I know you made mention of some at the beginning of the conversation that you took and you were like, I need to do this at the time.
So I'm an actress, and people say, are you still doing films? I don't do films as much anymore. People think it's because I'm now into politics. That's not the reason. The reason is because being on a film set is mentally destabilizing.
Wow.
There's a lot happening there. It's chaos. And, I guess because I was born in the U.S., I'm still very timely. If I say I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, I'm going to be there. The only reason I won't be there is if something happens on the road, like something else has happened. But if it's me, I will be on time.
For sure.
But most times, you guys know, when it comes to Nigerian productions or events, they are not on time, and it drives
African time.
It drives me nuts.
Anything can happen.
The thing drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So I started to reduce my film presence, but I knew I was like, I want to be on the other side of the camera. I want to, start producing films. But I wasn't sure when I wanted to do it or how I wanted to do it, what have you. So someone I was working with just, she sent me a script one day that she's looking for an executive producer. I said, executive producer. Even give me small producer, executive already, long. So I said, okay, let's see. No. I was able to raise some funds. I gave her like 50%. I don't remember how much I gave her, but I gave her some money for the short, it was a short film. Yeah. So I wasn't even around when they shot the film. I just said, go forth. I believe in you guys. Go ahead and do it. So short film now came out. Awesome. I have a short film, and you won't even believe that we've received an international award from a short film that I just randomly decided to, join, decided to produce. So those are some of the risks. I wasn't sure if this was something I wanted to do, especially things that you have to invest your money are very scary because you don't know if you're making money back, or at least if you don't make your money back, you don't know if you will at least receive some form of benefits. Yeah. So in the film industry, you don't always make your money back, but the awards, the recognition, those are the money back. And luckily, we got an award.
But I think you don't give yourself enough credit. Talking about risk, moving your bag, carrying your bag, and saying, I'm going back to Naija to start life again. That's like, I feel like that's a different mentality, mindset, energy. And then after you come back, you have a lot going on. And then you still decide to take, and I just believe you're a risk taker at this point.
I think so.
I mean, going for Big Brother.
They say Sagittarius are risk takers and adventure seekers, so maybe.
So what bred that mindset?
I don't know, honestly. I don't think I was always like this. Ooh. I don't think so. I was confident. Like in school, I used to run for all those student presidents, all those things. I was in a sorority, so I'm used to being in groups and being in leadership positions. I always knew I was going to be a leader. I wanted to be doing things, being active. Yes, always. That's been me. But I don't know. I think something about being in Nigeria. If you want to be successful in Nigeria, you have to be a risk taker. That is the definition of a Nigerian, right? If you want to still be here. nothing is coming to you.
So you take risk.
Nothing. You have to create the opportunity.
I love
That's
that.
why we're creatives.
Absolutely.
You have to create the opportunity. So I think because, also part of it was I came to Nigeria. I couldn't now fail now. Do you get? I can't go back there.
Oh my God.
Do you understand? So
But you could have.
I could have, right?
have the
Easy.
I could have, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to tell people it didn't work out.
Yeah.
For me, at least, other people,
further.
other people were fine coming and going. Me, I could not. No one sent me here, so I couldn't now not figure it out. So here we are.
Yeah, I said, when it comes to destiny alignment, listening to your story, I kind of feel like there is something connected you to Nigeria, apart from you being citizen of Nigeria. But I felt like something brought you back to Nigeria.
I agree.
feel it's this divine.
I agree. I certainly. I don't know what it is, and I wanted to leave me alone small, but here we are. But yes, I do agree that, or I feel that
Yeah.
this something, the spirits,
Yeah.
or there's something. I don't know, but something.
There has
I
to be
feel it
something of
sometimes.
the
I feel like
spirit.
something is drawing me to Nigeria.
Yeah.
I wasn't born here. I wasn't raised here. I didn't do summers here. I don't know anything about Nigeria.
Oh, and
I
it
came to
just-
Nigeria for the first time when I was 20. So yeah, definitely something.
Yeah, there's something that
There's
pulls you
something
up,
here. I don't
yes.
know. I don't know if it's for good or for bad, but
No, I think it's
I'm
for
here.
good. I think it's for
going
good. People, it's for
smoothly.
good.
No, like, I mean, you've had your rough times, but I mean, look at,
Yeah.
you've done pretty much well for yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fear, they say, is a dream killer.
Yes.
Fear and comparisons.
Yes.
I see young creatives. I've been a creative person right from when I was very young. Did music, did acting, did writing, and there was one thing that I felt kind of like limited me was fear. Sometimes I look at my mates, I'm like, okay, he's getting it. What's wrong with me? So I see young creatives today, they struggle with fear.
Yeah.
And when things are not going well for them, or probably they think they're slow in achieving what they want to achieve,
Sure.
they start to flutter. They're scared. So I think listening to your story, you were once in that part and you were able to overcome that
Yeah.
because you're a tough person. Listening to you, a strong, tough person. What's the simple advice you have for young creative who are still struggling with fear and comparison, who have not found themselves
Sure.
there yet?
Fear is natural. It's part of it. I don't think there's even all these billionaires, they took a risk, right? They did something very scary
Yeah.
to move forward. So it's part. I think first thing is accepting the fact that there's some things that will happen in life for sure.
Exactly.
So fear is part of it, but you have to work through the fear. There's no other way, right? I think the real definition for it, or the real advice to a creative is there is no other way.
There is no
Like honestly.
I'm going to write that down.
There is no,
other
you just
way, no
have
other way.
to push through it. Whatever it is you decide, even if you're not a creative, whatever it is that you
Yeah.
decide to do, there is no other way. No one is just going to hand it to you. Like, it doesn't happen. It can't happen. Even us, they say, fine girl, this or God, this. There's a price to be paid in one way or another. Even if the
Yeah.
person believes in you just believes in you, right? You still at some point down the line, there's something you have to support the person in their project, or you talk well about the person somewhere else. There's very few times where something just happens easy peasy, right? So you just have to work through it. There is no other way. So if you're creative and you decided that's your path, you must do it.
No
If
other
not, go and brush up your CV and apply for jobs. That's it. Pick your battle and push through it. There's not many other options here. I haven't seen any other option really.
Okay, well, that's impressive. Raya is a place of school, so we learn every day.
That's
Talking
it.
to you, I've actually
Yeah.
learned a lot. Like no other way.
Yeah.
So there's no other way for Rewire.
We just have to
Gotta
keep-
keep pushing
pushing.
and pushing. Okay, what advice do you have for? Okay, sorry. What excites you about the creative economy? Like a new project or something you want to do, and if I believe that a lot of people are going to watch this episode. What do you think they can pick from this episode? Like, there's a message that you can send across to them.
Sure. I think I'm most excited that I have this role in this state. I tell everyone there's no entertainment industry in Nigeria without Edo State. Besides the fact that we are the heartbeat of the nation, every single major creative today and past has an Edo connection. We already know the music, Rema, Charlie Poppy. We can come and carry Davido, come and carry Burna Boy. I'm sure Wizkid somewhere. I'm very sure of it.
Has a link.
Obviously. If we do Nollywood, you have Etinosa, Nosa Rex, we have Messi
A lot of
Aigbe,
them,
Tony Abraham, Lasso Masman, plenty. If we have painters, we have Victor Ekimena. If you think about musicians from Tete, Victor Waifo.
A lot of them.
It's plenty.
Plenty. So we're in a place where, because of our culture, if we go back to Benin Kingdom, we are literally bred to dominate creativity and production. We are made for it. And I just need everyone to know that. I don't know about anyone else, but we as Edolites are made to breed creativity and production. So it's certain. So now it's to convince us that we have that power, that we have those skills, that we have that ability. So since I've been here, since I've been in my role, I've met so many creatives, and I charge all of us to do a much better job in promoting our greatness. If you go outside, for some reason, at those states, we're marked with the worst narratives ever. One state,
Yes.
cultism, jazz, prostitution,
Institution.
Yahoo. How can it be? How is it possible? But we're allowing these kind of negative stereotypes be our brand when we have so much more to offer. So it starts with us. Who is telling those stories? Now we talk on first
there's
now,
a narrative.
and someone else has now carried it and taken it far.
Right.
We have to now sell a better narrative of ourselves, and that starts from you being a better person, you being a better creative, you pushing out quality work. Creatives, you are a businessman. Please note, you are a business person. Behave as such.
Yeah.
If you tell your clients 2 p.m. Tuesday, 1:59, deliver. Let's be serious with ourselves, please. What are we up to? What are we doing? So please, everyone should take their lives and their work very seriously. I see something in Edo State that is prime. We don't even need, people will say, oh, government doesn't need to do anything, to be honest. We here, see how you guys have found a place and created a podcast.
Yeah.
Government didn't help you.
Yeah.
So we don't have to keep saying government. Yes, there are things government can do to make the situation better, obviously. But we already know that we're so innovative. We can do anything we put our minds to. So I'm just encouraging creatives to remember that you already have it within you. You just need to put it out there for the world to see.
Love it.
Oh, that's lovely. So the image thing, I think growing up as a creative person in Edo State, there's this common mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I think in the music sector, like, they know the blue for Edo State,
Stereotype.
So that's why when Charlie Poppy came out, like, okay, something's happening. And hearing you talk about these, I feel there's hope for
Sure.
the Edo creative.
Absolutely. I mean, we have, and we know what, we actually have a lot of, I say these, when I mention these names of people that are in the entertainment industry that are from Edo State, I mention them for a reason. Many people don't even know they're from Edo State, but we need to start, letting people know these things.
Yeah.
Charlie Poppy is not the first Edo artist. Rema is not the first Edo
Cynthia
artist.
Morgan is
Cynthia
there.
Morgan is there. Dremo, Victor,
Dremo.
them plenty scales,
Many,
them
Oriri
plenty.
now,
Drill.
Johnny Drill. a lot of them.
SARS.
Yeah.
Them plenty.
there's so
Yeah, Charles,
many.
yeah.
I'm tired of this thing that you people are telling me. Plenty, they've been there, but just because they don't shout it, Yoruba people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're just whatever. They're my people.
yes.
They're my people now, but they know how to market
Yeah,
themselves.
we should pick that up.
We should pick that up.
That's just what it is.
true.
It looks like they're not the only ones there. Many people are there. We are there, but we just don't market ourselves as such. So that's the next thing. We must actively promote ourselves. People need to know that it's from here that this thing is coming from, and I think we'll be on the right track.
So what's the Edo State government doing about this? About we marketing ourselves, So I think they are appointing you, giving an appointment is the first step to that. They've really done a good job. Thanks to the Edo State government. So what are the plans that the government have to, tackle this imagery thing?
Sure. So there's a lot of different things. So let's first go to the creative economy. So you guys already, or you should know, I hope you know, that we still do have the Edo Creative Hub, the WIFO, the Victor Waifo Hub on Airport Road. It is an actual creative hub. You can go there to do podcasts, edit sound, edit films, photo shoots. They do trainings. If you need the sound stage or the performance theater, that is a creative hub. You can go there to produce your content. That is one aspect alone. They also do trainings. Just a few months ago, they did trainings for filmmakers on a certain kind of camera that's now booming in Hollywood. They brought it to Nigeria. So now our own filmmakers can learn how to use these equipment. So then the main thing that government can do for any citizen, not just creators, is creating a conducive environment, making life as easy as they can make it. And we can be honest, there are lots of things that need to be done to make life as easy as we want it, but we're working on those kinds of things. So there's basic things that affect creatives. As we know, we have issues like electricity. We can be honest. We have things like the cost of data. So those are things that are just general conversations that every single government in Nigeria is looking into. But I can say for us, for sure, something that we're primarily trying to do, especially with our Ministry of Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, is rebrand. Like we said, tell these better stories. We're really trying to let people know that there's no, forget about knowing Nigeria. There's no West Africa without Edo State because of the Benin Kingdom. The Benin Kingdom went all the way to like Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys belong to us, but that's besides the point. We're trying to tell these stories now. We're trying to find creative ways to first educate ourselves. Even us here in the state, we don't know what we're sitting on. We don't know how great we are. So with ourselves trying to reincorporate this history, let us realize that there's some things that are so sacred and we need to own it, but let the world also know about them. Then of course we now share these kind of knowledges outside. That's why we say Edo to the world. So we're trying to deal with these negative narratives, push out better stories, and then of course there's a few other government agencies working specifically on some of these issues. The governor has put out the anti-kidnapping and anti-cultism squad that's doing pretty well. I think most people in Benin City are happy. That at the beginning people weren't so happy about everything that was going on, but I think most people can say that at least in the capital city, some kidnapping and danger has reduced. I hope so, but that's what I hear. I don't know, but I hear I hear it was really, really bad. But I do think
can just come out of your house.
So I hear under this administration things have reduced and gotten better. So that's one thing in trying to build, fix the narrative. We also have the Edo State Migration Agency. Their job is primarily to reduce illegal migration. So there's actually a lot of moving parts in government. Most people only see the scandalous things that the news puts out there, but there's so much more going on in government. So but I always say that there's no government without the citizens. Nothing can work if the citizens don't also work with us. Yes, you can blame the citizens, the government all you want. Yes, we are here to serve you and we must serve you, but citizens have a large role to play in making this thing work. When we go outside and we see trash, I know put them there. I didn't do that. I can never do that. So little things like this are the things that cause issues. So everyone has a part to play in making this thing work. I'm begging them. Everybody has a role to play in making Edo State work.
I need to walk.
It will. Because the average person would just say, it's the government. They are the ones to put everything in check, forgetting that you have your own responsibility. So pick it up. So another thing is, what's your final word to the creatives out there? If you're to just say one thing, heartfelt, what's that thing?
Believe in yourself. Honestly, have damning confidence, because that's the only way to move forward. Just think that even though someone might be better than you, just think that someone's not better than you. Just go with it, right? But most importantly, I'll say anticipate failure. I think because we're afraid, that fear, sometimes we don't go forward, we don't take the risks, we get stuck. You might fail, you will fail. I don't think anyone doesn't fail. So anticipate that failure. And just once you're prepared for failure, you'll be able to bounce back a lot faster. So anticipate failure and believe in yourself. Just do it. Like Nike says, just do it. Just be doing it.
Thank you so much. Sammy, do you feel like leaving? Because for me, I could spend the whole night here. I could just.
When you talk about leaving, I don't want to leave. But
what do we do?
Okay.
This is the part where we say our goodbyes. But we will do this again.
But before we leave, I think Rewire got something for you. Something from our hearts. Please, can I get one of the staffs there to get us something quickly?
Lovely.
This is something little from Rewire. Please, I hope you
coming
you
from our
so
hearts.
From our heart.
Thank
We
you.
love you so much,
I love
and
you.
the work you're doing
Yeah.
Thank
for
you.
the state. We really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you.
Keep doing
Thank
what
you so
you're
much.
doing. We love you. We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you.
Thank you so
We
much.
hold you in
Thank you
high
so much.
esteem.
Thank you. So yes, to all the creators out there, just follow me on my social media platforms.
Yeah.
Every platform, it is at Antoleki. That's where I put all my content. If we're working on trainings, if we're doing seminars, if we're calling creatives to come and convene somewhere, everything is there. Just reach out to me. As long as you're not giving me a crazy request that's out of my means, I will answer you. Please, if you want to send me a message, just go straight to the point. I don't really have time to hello ma. I can't answer. I beg. But just go straight to it. As long as you're convincing, I will answer you. So please, let's all work together to make a better Edo State and a better creative economy for all of us.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys,
So
Thank
this
you.
is the end of the episode. We love you so much. Do well to subscribe.
Don't
like,
forget to
share.
subscribe,
Tell
like
a friend
the
to tell a
videos.
friend. If you found this episode intriguing, impactful, do the needful, please. And we also notice a lot of people are not subscribing. I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
You guys just watch and just leave. It's not
Well,
fair.
the thing
It's
is,
not
you
fair.
guys need to subscribe.
Yeah.
Like every story, whatever you do, your subscription has a way of
Matters.
changing someone's life. We're trying to transform mind here, so don't forget to subscribe. Remember, like she said, it's about the citizen, not just about the government. So
yes.
keep doing your work the way you're supposed to do. We'll see you again on another episode.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Bye. Thank you.